Greetings, mortals, and welcome back to the blindness of eternity. When last we left off, we finally attained this stronghold that the game's been telling us about for forever. And we started work on the main keep, I believe? Yes, we started work on the main keep, which will unlock a lot of other things as well. So, we are going to talk to this guy first. Oh, never mind, we're going to level up first. Talk to this user. So, we have some points left. We should increase our mechanics, I think. Because, you know what? Let's increase our athletics. Yeah, I'm going to increase my list first. So, I can do weapon specialization now, because I have weapon focus. Actually, it doesn't matter. So what has entered the fray? So this does... Interesting. Weapon specialization adventurer. So this gives a damage bonus to... Ooh. This is really good. But I've already specialized her as a DPS for right now, so we're going to go with weapon specialization Knight. This will mean that once she gets an axe, she'll be able to do boatloads of damage. I think that I'm going to use an axe for her for now. Or not for now, but in general. And at some point I might swap over to dual wielding axe and a sword. Or maybe just use a Morning Star or something. It's kind of random. Not useful. So this is going to increase her damage by 15%. Well, it actually will increase her damage by more than 15%. So, weapon specialization Knight obtained. So she'll have increased accuracy as well as increased damage with her thinger. So she does 16 to 23 damage with her current weapon. Enchant this. Ooh. Plus 5 accuracy. Spirits are kind of the bane of my existence right now. So a spirit slaying fire sword seems pretty good to me. I'm actually going to do this. So it gives plus 5 accuracy against spirits, which have a tendency to dodge like crazy. And there we go. So this is going to be, hopefully, a good deal. What is Kith? Human! Ah, so this is against, like, normal, like, people. So I should be able to clear out the place a lot easier now because of that. And let's take a look at him. He is going to increase his lore, and that's it. Now he gets access to 3rd level spells. We're going to take Fireball because that's a targeted AoE, which means that we'll be able to use it pretty effectively. Bounding missiles, huh? Summons 3 missiles that pierce through the targets and leap to 2 additional targets each. That's kind of cool. Archer's delay of motion, arcane dampener. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this is only on the caster. So expose vulnerabilities. Bears the enemy's combat vulnerabilities for all to see, reducing their damage reduction, deflection, and concentration. Ooh. Minus 5 damage reduction, minus 10 reflection, or deflection rather, and minus 10 concentration. This versus will. It's not too bad. Is this an AoE? All is lost. 26 seconds is a long time. 10 meter radius too. Repulsive visage. Creates a ball of energy. I think I'm going to get this as my second one. Exposed vulnerabilities will allow people to knock the enemies over easier, which seems like a good deal to me. Okay, so let's pop over to Eder. He's going to get some extra athletics. Now, I'm not going to get weapon specialization for him. I'm going to give vigorous defense to him. Yeah, I'm going to give him vigorous defense. So he can use this once per encounter and get plus 20 to all defenses for 15 seconds. I can use that at the start of the fight to make him very difficult to lock down. So that should hopefully help somewhat. As for him, let's give him some extra lore. And he unlocks 3rd level spells. Let's see what they do. Circle of Protection, a bonus to all defenses. I like that. Nagging doubt in the face of unbreakable faith. Consumes enemies in the area of effect, lowering their melee accuracy and critical hit range. Well, that's what lowering accuracy does. So, strengthening allies resulting increases the probability they'll land a critical hit. That's weird. I'm gonna have to look at the details on that. Can I? No. Calls down a pillar of divine judgment, inflicting crush damage and knockdown on enemies in the area of effect. Frees allies from perceived constraints, granting a bonus against attacks with hobbled or stuck afflictions and reducing the duration of any such afflictions already on. Generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes in contact with it, inflicting shock damage. Causes allies with releasing a healing effect when their endurance is low. Interesting. Alright. So let's take a look at him. He has 2 3rd level spells. And I'm going to save this, and I'm going to talk to this guy.
I confess, I was hoping our meeting with Merewald would go a little differently. But then, you have gained an entire keep. I don't think I've seen anyone inherit land that quickly since Kind the Younger read her father's will.
Let's see. I'm gonna go with number 1. There, see? The ship floats yet. This might be good news in the end. Whatever else happens, even entire castle to explore and answers yet to come in Defiance Bay, if Merewald spoke true.
It will give you a base from which to go searching at least. And then, there are secrets beneath the keep yet. With you at the helm, it should be easier to explore the endless paths.
True that.
Yeah?
Okay, so we have 3 people that are fatigued, which is basically unacceptable.
Sure.
That's my barracks over there. And I need to find a place to rest. I'm gonna talk to my steward. Number 2. Oh, where to begin? Let's see here. Okay, so this just brings up this report. So it'll take 5 more hours. Set my alarm. One of these days, guys, I'll start remembering this kind of stuff. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna find a place to rest, and then we're just gonna start clearing out this keep. We're just gonna take a nap, start clearing out the keep. Once we've secured this keep, that's when we're going to be...
I beg your pardon?
Nothing. I said nothing.
Bit to slick your breeches, scholar lad. What? Oh, there's people who want to talk to me now. Yellow seems to be lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Number 2.
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
I'm gonna go with number 1. Because he was a lunatic, but he was a lunatic because of the same effect that presumably I have. So the question is whether I'm going to suffer the same fate or not. If I do suffer it, how long will it take? It's heavily indicated that it took a long time for him to sort of go crazy. We'll see.
Perhaps Defiance Bay holds the answers we need.
Okay, so let's talk to him. I thought he was going to have more to say to me.
I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that. Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
You were going to ask him in front of me anyway. You might as well tell me now. I'm going to go with number 1.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now. The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Raedrics, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. Didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys, I thought, maybe the Soul Watcher would know how my brother died. So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
I'm gonna go with number 1. I don't know, because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says she's a watcher. Well, I mean, that's exactly what you were doing anyway.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. A watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with watchers, I should be starting with records. I'm gonna go with number 1. If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it at Defiance Bay. They got an archive at the palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Okay, so we just gained some experience from talking to him. Presumably because we finished up that quest line. He has 10 lore. Awesome. Just going to focus on everyone's unique skills. So, here we have 10 defense against frightened attacks. Interesting. Friendly aura, drop trap, rhyme, and frost trap over 12 seconds. So that's kind of cool. Decreases reload time and increases the speed of ranged attacks. And it's interesting. None of this is really what I want. But aura. Ooh, this is cool. For minus 10 concentration. Oh, that's kind of cool. Just slowly drains the enemy dry. That actually could be really useful in conjunction with the force field effect that you can have. I guess I'll go with this. None of these other ones seem terribly useful. Because I don't really... Fox from the farmer did run and leap. So we'll go with that one. I don't know if we'll have much use for it, but
Yeah.
maybe we will. And let's go over here. Sour odors and rancid grain and spoiled fruit permeate the air. Dust and rusted utensils over the countertop. Let's get around. Well, we have a cat, so the cat can deal with the rats. Problem solved. The shelves creak under the books. Many of the covers are covered with mildew. Cobwebs find the remains of broken alembic, a cracked mortar, and various shattered thingamabobbers on the table. This place has really seen better days. Okay, so if I don't rebuild this place, I don't think I can rest here. I think I need to use, like, camp supplies to rest. Now, the question is... Oh, so if I'm over here... Oh, I can access my stash while I'm here. So that's good to know. Do I have anything that I need to... Oh my goodness, I need to get to a vendor. So much crap in my stash.
Eh?
Okay, so... we're gonna pop out through the east gate. But I think that we're gonna need to deal with the situation at the keep. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to,
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
but it seems like the place that I need to be. I don't know that I can go to Gilded Vale now that I've been to Raedrics Hold. I guess nobody who saw me is alive, so it's a bit of a dangerous thing to do, but I actually am going to go to Gilded Vale. I'm just going to pop over here. We're going to rest. We're going to sell our stuff, and then we will.
I don't suppose we could
move
rest
on.
a spell.
Because we do need to deal with Raedric. The issue is that we had intended to lay low for a while, but we now are in this position where we have a base of operations, and we need to make sure that that base of operations does not get taken over by the Raedric's forces. So we could potentially spend...
Hail and well met.
Oh, I didn't increase his... Oh man, I'm dumb. I didn't increase his athletics, so he's going to be getting tired out like instantaneously again. Okay, number one. First things first. That is a lot of stuff to sell. We keep the swords. Sell the peasant weapon. Okay, we'll trade this stuff over. And now that I know how this works a little better, I can just sell this stuff. So we've got plenty of money now. We can go ahead and do this. And there we go. We've made some money, and we're now able to utilize it to good effect. What just happened?
No problem.
Okay, so everybody's rested. We have a party of 5 now. It's not quite a party of 6, but... I'm going to take a look at my stronghold. Is that? One day, 15 hours. So we're going to
Eh?
pop up to Raedrics' hold. And then we will hopefully be able to get in, assassinate Raedric, and
Sure.
get back out in a timely manner, and then use our good discretion to stuff. So, let's pop upstairs.
Hello?
Pop in here. And no longer needs to stealth around. Just hope that they haven't changed the passwords since the last time we were here. So we're going to see whether we can take this guy out or not. If we can, that'll be great. And if we can't, then I'm going to be very sad. I am going to
Yes?
do something quick. If we can get them to here, we might be able to win this. So what I'm going to do is go to his thingamabobber. What's your spellbook? Wait, what? Okay, apparently P does something. Okay, so let's edit our chants. Let's create chant B, which is going to be this one followed by this one. Followed by this one again. And this does what? Plus 10 fortitude and plus 10 will. I'm going to do this one as... Actually, you know what I'm just going to do is... a bunch of terror. Does this increase reflex? Yeah, it does. I don't know why I would want that, so... Okay, what we're going to do... swap over to this one. Fortunately, I don't remember which one's which. So chant 2 is the one that I'm looking for. And the goal here is to increase our movement speed so that we can get the heck out of Dodge ASAP.
All right, then.
So let's see if...
It is unlike
Oh,
Koch
whoops.
to hire mercenaries, or foreigners for that matter. And you are not one of mine. So I cannot accuse you of treason.
So we've already done this, but it wasn't during this stream, so I'll go back through this. So let her approach. He has a dagger in his hands that's bloody from his wife's stuff. Still, I don't know how he still has that same bloody dagger. Eder says he thought he'd be better looking, and there we go. You've come far closer than his people ever did. Much too close. A quiet infiltration and done more skillfully than Kolsch could ever manage. I did not expect it.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If he had any resources to his name, he would not covet mine. And if he had any honor in him, he would not have tried this here, now, when I have lost so much.
Go number 7. You do not know what you speak of, the blasphemies that fell from her lips, the dead things she brought into the world as a result. Gilded Vale's laws hold true for all within my land. None can be exempt. Ygritte received a just sentence, whatever her title or her worth to be, whatever the cost I bear. You speak in ignorance. Just as you have stumbled in ignorance upon my foolish cousin's plots, without understanding what is at stake. Go there, one.
Stop me from saving Gilded Vale, from doing what I must to see this curse lifted and our children restored. What purpose is there in that? No, you come to put a weaker man upon the throne for no reason but that he clamors for it and claim it just. You are a pawn in Kolsch's designs, and he has kept his motivations from you for a reason. I wonder if you understand what it is you do, or what you might accomplish if you were better informed. You have proven your competence in your way, and had I such an ally, we might together put an end to Gilded Vale's woes, lift the curse once and for all, and in doing so, return us to a life where such strict measures are not necessary.
Gonna go with number 7.
So be it. May the twinned god take pity upon your splintered soul, and scatter it to the winds.
So, combat is joined. We need to get him out. We're not gonna be able to get him out.
Thing isn't doing.
Okay, so let's see. We still have the chance of having this go okay, as long as
Yeah.
we can keep Eldrea alive here. By the way, we did get a new ability called Speaker for the Restless. So it allows me to speak directly to the souls of my enemies, filling them with dread of what awaits them on in the wheel. So that's kind of cool. This one's hobbled. So I'm going to try to take out this Chain of Barath. And the other thing that we're going to do is start dumping AoEs down. And I think that we need to just make her invulnerable for now. And tossing fireballs here. It's a pretty big difference in power between what we had before and what we're looking at now. Unfortunately, this guy is going to cause problems for me. Do I have anything I can do to just knock that one guy down? This looks like it targets him specifically. Okay, so that's bad. We have a bunch of guys who've actually made it in. Let's see if we can
How may I help?
make this work anyway. I don't think so. Okay, so that did not go great, but it actually shows that it's sort of a proof of concept. If we can get her directly where she needs to be, to block off that doorway entirely, then those enemies will not be able to get in. and it'll
Of course.
be very good for us. So he's gonna pop this on. He's gonna switch to defender, and what I'm gonna hope for
Following your lead.
is just that I can move quickly enough on him to get out of there. I'm actually gonna put everyone else in the door already. Be faster to go the other way? No. Just get everyone in here.
Hey,
So we're gonna save this.
What has my cousin promised you? Some grand reward? If
I
he
remember
had
what I
any
said.
resources to his name, he-
7. And
Stop you. So be it.
this thing isn't doing the job.
no, keep moving. We need to keep moving. There's actually hope that he'll be able to get out of here. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. He made it to the door. He made it to the frickin' door.
Hey,
He made it to the door. I'm just gonna stick him in. He's gonna stay in the door.
What?
We're gonna cast invulnerability on him. We did it. Oh god, we did it. So, he is stuck in the door.
Join arms!
We can now basically just go crazy with some stuff. Looks like the enemies are in fact coming in, but that's okay. Aldrea will deal with the ones who are coming in. And we're just going to start tossing fireballs outside. Now as for him, he is going to use a Pillar of Faith on these guys. And he can summon some skeletons. That'll allow me to flank. Ooh. 37 crushing damage. It's pretty cool.
hi?
So let's start tossing fire out here. Fortunately, we didn't do that properly, so let's try this again. Okay. Yikes! I forgot that I didn't actually knock this guy over. So she failed to knock him over. I think I'm just gonna... Is that a good idea? I don't think it's necessarily a good idea for me to do what I'm thinking of doing here. So we have a lot of injured people.
Following your lead.
Oh, shit, he's dead. He did. It's a problem. Let's...
Gotta be more careful. Wish I could have done something. Damn it.
Where am I in this? Oh shit! I cast withdraw on her. I didn't even notice. Whoops. I didn't mean to finish casting that withdraw. Okay, so let's pop the defensive thing, and now hopefully we'll be able to kill this guy before he kills anyone else.
On your word.
Eh?
This isn't going as I hoped.
Let's see if I can knock this guy over. The answer is no, I cannot knock him over, which means that my Chanter guy is dead. But that's okay. Well, maybe. So, let's do a heal.
Thing isn't doing the job.
Okay, so now is the point where we can start knocking people over. So all these guys fell over.
Bastards.
So let's see if we can kill this Archmage.
Hey.
Yes. Archmage is toast.
Of course.
This guy's now in a position to be attacked by, I think, everybody. We're going to cast another knockdown. Shit. So we have another fighter down. His favorite of Barath caused bad things for us. And I don't think that these two together are going to be able to take out the entire swarm, but we'll find out. I'm going to use this fear-inducing move. I'm not going to cast any other spells for now, I think. Let's take a look. We have a bodyguard, that's not that threatening. We have another paladin of Barath. We have an archer. Champion of Barath. I'm not sure whether a champion of Barath is scarier or a paladin of Barath. Because I could check the defenses. Paladin of Barath is 64, this is 64, damage reduction 12, damage reduction 12. They're basically identical. I think they might just be different classes, like one's a fighter and one's a thinger. So, do I want to knock this guy over? I don't think I want to waste any more of my spells. I just don't think I can afford to do so. So a normal hit deals a decent bit of damage. It's gonna be slow going, but I think that if I do this, she's gonna. This guy's just gonna walk past her. Oh, right, I can do this. What does this do? Plus 15 to all defenses, but only for 15 seconds. Or 12 seconds, rather. It's not really long enough to justify its use. Shit, she's down. Okay. I needed to cast that earlier. I wasn't really that concerned because I figured that I was pretty much screwed there. Let's see what we can do. I was actually very surprised that he managed to make it through there. But, so we'll see if we can get him to make it through again. If he can, then that's great, and if not, then too bad.
What is my cousin promised
So let's
you?
see.
Some grand reward? Stop me, you. So be it.
Oh, good. So we're moving fast. Look at all that. Okay, perfect.
Hey,
You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna just stand
Sure.
both of them here.
Hmm?
We're actually... Whoa! We're gonna have to put a deflection shield on him. Shield! Okay, good. So he's shielded,
How may I help?
and we're gonna start blasting these guys. Let's see if I can do the terror thing. Let's... do this first. So we've
Eh?
reduced their damage reduction.
What?
How may I help?
Which is
On
kind of
your
cool.
word. Unite!
So we have an archer here and a Raedric defender here. This thing has a damage reduction of 4 right now. That's kind of cool. So we're going to go ahead and knock this guy out if possible. And drop some fireballs over here. Is that far enough? I'm not actually sure that's far enough away, so we're going to drop one right here instead. Did that hit Eldrea? Did not hit Eldrea, so we just did... Look at all that damage. Wow. It's nice being the one doing the fireballs for once. Okay, so Aloth just killed a Raedric defender. Hope he didn't hit Eldrea. We are going to cast this on her. How long does his have? His has 14 seconds left. So, are you now protected? Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
So, somebody
On
just
your
hit
word.
Durance. Crushing damage? It's fine. That's something I need to worry about right now. I love doorways. Okay, we just killed the bodyguard. How long do you have? 0.2 seconds. So there's 0.2 seconds left on his thing. We have a lot of people who are injured. A couple people who are badly injured. I'm gonna cast a chill fog over here, actually.
Hey.
Okay, so... So chill fog is in the same place that Eldrea is, unfortunately. So that's... Eldrea's gonna need to... either... Well, she can actually afford to take a little bit of damage from that, so it's not a big deal.
Hey.
At any rate, we're gonna have him just stand here, because if we have him move, then it's gonna be bad for us. Eldrea is currently next to a archer, so she can hopefully kill that guy. And let's see. As for him, he has no spells to cast, but he can start blasting with this. So she's back out. Aloth just got hit for pierce damage by the archer. I think that Eldrea will be able to kill him very quickly. Okay, archer's dead. So, Chill Fog is hitting Eldrea, along with Champion of Barath. Okay, so it's hitting Eldrea, but not very much. He has a
Eh?
+5, so he could theoretically do some nasty business to her accidentally, but I think it'll be fine. So we've frightened them. This is a Paladin of Barath. We have a Champion of Barath that's near dead, another one that's also near death. We're just going to keep attacking. And he can actually use his spell. I'm sorry, I haven't been very good about using this guy's spells, but they are very good. So that guy... what just happened? So it missed one. Did it hit you? I think it hit him. So... this guy's just chilling here. It's like, what's up? Okay, so you... Wait, what? Should this be frightening enemies, not me? So did I just kill something? Oh, good. Aloth killed the champion of... that was in the back. There's only 2 of them left. I'm gonna have him just walk forward and start attacking this. The risk is that one of these guys will realize that he can just walk over there and attack, but it looks like... There we go. See, this is why I didn't want to do that, just because I didn't want to have multiple people taking damage. There we go. Target destroyed. So we haven't left combat, which indicates to me that someone's still alive. Could be the Raedric himself. Ooh, so it's the Raedric and his pet wizard.
Hey.
Now it's time to knock these guys prone.
Following your lead.
Ooh, let's drop their defenses.
How may I help?
And let's blind them. Okay, so he's blind, and he is prone.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hmm?
Let's pop him over to this, pop him out of defense, and he's prone for a very long time. The spellcaster is still a threat. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use this instead. This is a faux AoE, right? So target is a bunch of damage. And then there's a faux AoE for prone. So he got knocked down again. Not fireballs. We're just going to keep casting this because it's kind of a cool spell.
Will fare better.
Did I miss? Crap.
Hey. Doing the job.
Okay. So we need to swap. And use use our abilities.
Unite!
So he has plus 20 to all defenses for a while.
Yeah.
This Raedric guy is going to have a very difficult time hurting him.
On your word.
Drop the defenses again. Let's use a knockdown. So, we're up to 4 again. And actually, I just realized that he can probably attack from here. And he should be attacking as well. Boom! Aloth killed Raedric. Good job, Aloth.
Yeah.
Way to sneak in the last hit. There we go. Joya kills the Archmage. And that's the end of the fight. Whew. Lo, their endless host, the Harbinger's doom. Save the game. And we have a giant pile of corpses to loot here. So, we can take this Justice. It's a great sword. This sword was once used by a paladin as an executioner's blade during the long-forgotten crusade. Over the years, the paladin slew countless heretics, but as time wore on, his fervor slowly turned to fear at the unending evil he saw growing in his homeland. Tired of the myopic and ineffective approach of his superiors, the paladin swore to cleanse the corruption from the hearts of his people, took it upon himself to execute any who consorted with heathens. After finding a heretic hiding in a small village, the paladin put all of its inhabitants to the sword for aiding the sinner. That night, the paladin woke to his sword having been driven through his own chest, having been betrayed by his own men, who were guilt-ridden for their own complicity in the atrocities. This large sword seems to be covered in rust, but on closer inspection, the blood stains on the blade are in fact, or the brown stains, not blood stains, are in fact dried blood. Apart from the size, the sword seems plain. Its only ornamentation is hidden under the black leather wrapping in the ricasso, where an image of Wotica has been etched. Scratchings on the etchings indicate that someone once tried to clumsily remove it. And there we go. So we get the two-handed sword, Spellwright's Tome, and 3 great swords, saber, ooh, 2 suits of plate armor. Ooh, more than 2. Plate armor for everybody. Oops. And I think that the rest can just go into the stash. Yeah. So, that was cool. We can put the plate armor on her. She has 12 defense right now. This is... Actually, they're similar. This is fine.
Eh?
And, oh. Things are happening. We heard that you had moved against the keep, and yet we have arrived too late. But a moment earlier, and I would have heard his dying breath. No matter. It is done. The tyrant is dead, and our village is free to move on to a greater future. Gilded Vale owes you a great debt. I owe you a great debt. You have accomplished what I could not. Take what rewards you care from Raedric's vaults. You have earned them since twice over. Kolsch looks at the throne room, smiling. There's much to do. We must send word to the Earl, of course, revoke the cruel laws Raedric has instated. But do not think we will forget your assistance. You have brought about great change. Take pride. Everyone will remember this moment. Come, men, clear these bodies from the hall. With that, Kolsch strides eagerly towards the throne. So, this guy will be presumably substantially better than the last guy, since the last guy was really just monstrous. And we'll see how much better he acts. Forgive me, friend, but there's much to do. But we will not forget what you've done for us. Okay, what this means is that we can now just start exploring the place. And we can do so
I shall be quiet as a calm sea, which is not.
Calm sea, which is not. Too true. Hey, I thought he said that I could take anything from the stores. Interesting. So... You've gained reputation with Gilded Vale. Extraordinary. So, our reputation with Gilded Vale is now super ludicrously high. We can move bookcases. The joints are fringed with rust. The emblem on the breastplate is a tree with a broad-shaped
Would
leaf.
you look at this?
Ooh. That's cool. So that's a secret passage. So we managed to find a way to get over there, which is kind of cool. Let's go out the main door here. Should I send people to the different corners of the world? I guess it doesn't matter, because I need Eldrea to be around, because she's the only one that I actually trust to be able to see things. She has high perception, nobody else really does. So, with that in mind, we're just going to have to bring her everywhere. Silver forks and knives are gnawed with tarnish. And now we have basically secured our position here. Because before, there was always the concern, right, that these guys would make a move against us, that the Raedric guy would make a move directly against us. Now that Raedric's gone, he's been dealt with, we don't actually have to worry about that anymore, because he's gone.
Margaren's fire casts light in dark places.
Looks like we're done here.
Margaren's fire
The joints are
casts
fringed
light
with
in
rust.
dark places.
Leaves and whatever. Cool. So we have 1 minute left. So I guess that's going to just be it for, excuse me, for us. I think I will finish exploring this map, this exterior map here. That's a lot of cards. Is this a red one? Here in the stable is heavy with bat dog. This goes up to the lower ramparts, which is where it started. Yeah, this just comes right here. We've been here before. Start looting stuff. This leads to where? Temple Armory. Have I been to the Temple Armory? I don't actually know. Okay, there's the time. And it looks like, no, we didn't go in here. So this isn't actually connected to the other
Why
one.
not?
I shall be discreet.
How about we check the traps before we start looting the place? There's a fine breastplate here, which is +2 damage reduction. Not too shabby. We'll go ahead and get that to him for now.
This won't stop me for long.
And a fine large shield. Very nice. So we can give that to him. Take a look at his shield. Does he already have a fine shield? I hope he doesn't already have one. Good. So he has the larder door, which grants bashing. Now the question is whether I want to give him that, or whether I want to give him this one, which is fine. Because I can make this fine already, but... Okay, Well, we'll just give the Fine Large Shield to her as her secondary weapon for now. And when he needs it to do full-on defense, we can consider what we want to do there. He can just stack a boatload of defense, though. His defense is so high now. Let's take a look. Let's go to the courtyard. Can we explore over here? We can explore here, yes. So let's de-stealth. Pop over here. And we can now loot the keep. One of the nice things about this game is you do not actually get experience for killing people. And that might sound weird, that you don't get experience for killing people, but it actually is very nice, because it means that you don't have to worry about, if you're trying to infiltrate this keep, you don't have to worry about the experience value that you're losing out by not butchering everyone inside, because you're not losing any experience from not butchering everyone inside. And I like that, because in most role-playing games, the tabletop, you get experience for any encounter that you bypass, right? Any encounter that you deal with is an encounter dealt with, and whether you don't have to kill the enemies to be considered to have completed the encounter. You just need to complete the encounter. So this goes straight to the dungeon, which is interesting. That means I haven't been down there. But yeah, it looks like we're pretty much done here. I'm just gonna end the stream here, and thank you everyone for watching. It has been a pleasure to stream for you guys today, and I'll see you again next time.